Waterfall charts are some of the most powerful charts that you can use in any presentation, but most people use them wrong. So I'm going to simplify waterfall charts in this quick tip and talk about the three different types and also how you should use them. So we'll talk about the three, which are one is a build-up waterfall chart, then movement, then gap. They're the three types. Now I'm not going to talk to this page. I'm going to show you some examples from real top consulting firms and we'll break them down. So let's start with build-up. So this slide is from BCG and it has a waterfall chart on the left, as you can see here. Now this waterfall chart, as I said, is a build-up chart. And what that means is it starts at 0 and ends at a total. And then it's using a waterfall chart to kind of build up each step to get from 0 to that total. So what it's really showing here is actually the composition of the total. So it's saying that 222 is made up of 81 support, 86 specialists, and 54 embedded. So that's what it's really showing, what makes up the total. Now, of course, you could use a stacked column chart and just simplify this, but what it does, what the waterfall chart does do is it gives you a bit of space to bring in some call outs, and also it does sort of highlight better what that composition is. It is more obvious in a waterfall chart. So that is the build-up waterfall chart, which is number one. Number two is the movement waterfall chart. Now this slide is from McKinsey, and this one is showing the change in net income from 06 to 09. So they've used a waterfall chart to show that change, to show the movement in that metric. So as you can see, there's two here that are driving down net income, two here that are increasing net income. And what the waterfall chart does, it actually shows you very quickly, just by eyeballing it, what the biggest drivers of the change in net income are. So that's the second type of waterfall chart, which is the movement waterfall chart. And finally, let's talk about the third one, which is the gap waterfall chart. Now this is another chart, another slide from McKinsey. Now this one is showing a big waterfall chart, but I think the most important thing to look at is that at some point you have a starting number and an ending number. And in between those two things, there is a gap. So there's a gap between 18 and 55. And what the waterfall chart does here is it highlights that there's something that needs to be bridged. Now, this is quite useful because as you can see, on the left-hand side, you have one color. On the right-hand side, you have another color. And the gap is a unique color itself. So it really brings out quite visually that there's a gap that needs to be bridged, as I said. So that's the three types of waterfall charts and how you should use them. They're really powerful and hopefully now very simple to use. The one call I would have is if your data is none of these things, don't try and force a waterfall chart. They are really powerful. They do look really good, but you need to always be choosing the right chart for your data. If you want to learn how to create compelling slide decks for senior executives with strong storylines and impactful insights, then you should check out my comprehensive training program called the Slide Science System. I'll put a link in the description below.